All right, let's jump right into today's deep dive. And it's all about AI,
Yep.
especially for our listeners, the ones really fascinated by this stuff. We're looking at this article from Data News, a Belgian tech publication. And the headline is a real attention grabber. Microsoft and BlackRock are teaming up, get this, for a $100 billion AI fund. Yeah, you heard right, billion with a B. That kind of money makes everyone stop and take notice.
And you know what's interesting? It's not just the amount, although that's certainly eye-catching. It's the partnership itself. You've got Microsoft, a tech giant, right? And they're already heavily invested in AI. I mean, there's the $10 billion stake in OpenAI, the company behind ChatGPT, but then you add BlackRock to the mix. They're a financial powerhouse managing trillions. So this is clearly about more than just software. This is about, well, building the future, and that future runs on AI.
Okay, so we've got the who, but what about the what? I mean, what are they actually trying to do with all this money?
They're aiming to build the infrastructure that underpins this whole AI revolution. Think of it like this. They're laying the foundation for a skyscraper, but instead of steel and concrete, we're talking massive data centers, new energy sources. It's the physical backbone that AI needs to actually function on a global scale.
So instead of just backing one horse in the race, they're building the whole racetrack.
Exactly. That's a great analogy. And with BlackRock involved, it's not just about throwing money at the latest buzzword. They're known for generating long-term value. So this suggests they see AI as a fundamental shift, something with the potential for huge returns and maybe even reshaping entire sectors of the global economy.
So this isn't about a faster app. This could be about changing how industries operate,
Yeah,
even how we live our daily life.
exactly. And that brings up another interesting point. The article highlights how this investment is mainly focused on developing U.S. infrastructure. And that raises some big questions about the global balance of power when it comes to AI.
Right, because if they're building this infrastructure in the U.S., while the rest of the world tries to catch up, that could give American companies a big advantage, at least initially, in the AI field.
It's like building the only bridge across a river that's quickly getting wider. And then you add NVIDIA to the picture, the world leader in AI chip production, they're on board too. And it really solidifies the idea that the U.S. is trying to cement its dominance in this field that's just exploding right now.
It's like they've got the best architects, the best construction crews all lined up for this project, and they all just happen to be in the same country. But then there's this other detail that I found interesting. MGX, a company from Abu Dhabi, is involved too. And that seems odd, right?
Mm.
Especially with this focus on U.S. infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
Why would a Middle Eastern company put money into this?
Yeah, that's where this whole global power play thing gets really interesting. MGX, even though they're based in Abu Dhabi, they probably see this as, a strategic move. It's like they're buying a piece of the future of AI, even if that future, at least for now, is being built in the US. They get it, being early investors in this tech, this game changer. It could mean huge payoffs down the line, no matter where the actual physical stuff is.
So it's like snagging a front row seat to the biggest show in tech, even if you have to fly halfway around the world to get there. They know they can't miss this.
Exactly. And this brings us to a really important point. This isn't just about like billion-dollar deals and what happens in some boardroom. This is about the future and what it'll be like for, everyday people like you listening right now.
Right. It's easy to get lost in the numbers. But at the end of the day, this AI stuff, it's going to impact our lives. So let's bring it home. What could this massive AI investment actually mean for you? How could it change your work, your hobbies, even just your daily routine?
Imagine healthcare where AI helps doctors diagnose diseases way earlier and more accurately. Think about greasing through rush hour traffic because AI is directing everything. Or even just picture this, AI-powered design tools that make like crazy creative projects possible for anyone.
It's like having this incredibly powerful assistant in every part of your life, helping you work smarter, not harder. But as exciting as that potential is, it brings up some serious questions too, right?
Yeah, it does feel like we're on the verge of something massive here. This could really change everything. But like you said, with any big tech shift, it's not all going to be smooth sailing. There are going to be some bumps in the road.
Exactly. It's not just about celebrating the cool stuff AI can do. It's about being realistic, right? Like, take automation. AI could make things way more efficient and even create jobs in some areas. But it could also mean people in other jobs losing those jobs. We're going to have to think carefully about how to handle that, not just individually, but as a society. Right, it's like we're all hopping on this high-speed train. It's exciting, sure,
Yeah.
but we better make sure everyone's on board and buckled up before it leaves the station. And speaking of navigating the future, this article it mostly talked about the U.S.
Right.
But what about everyone else? Like, how does a country like Belgium, where this article came from, how did they fit into this whole global AI scene?
That's the big question, isn't it? Will they build their own AI infrastructure or just end up using tech developed somewhere else? Belgium's got a good tech sector, and they're known for being innovative. They could definitely be a big player, but it's going to take investment and attracting the right talent, maybe even some of that Belgian entrepreneurial spirit. They've got to find their place in all of this.
It's a crucial time, not just for Belgium, but for everyone. The decisions we make now about this AI revolution, they're going to echo for a long time. So to you, listening right now, we want to leave you with this. Think about what role you want to play in shaping this. What excites you about AI? What worries you? Your voice, your thoughts, they matter more now than ever. Keep asking those questions. Stay curious. Who knows? Maybe you'll be the one leading the next big breakthrough. Until next time, Kim Ivan D.